Let's begin. Welcome to the show called Eat with the Owner. Today is episode 15. Okay, thank you for coming.
Thank you for the invitation. I'm glad to I'm glad to sitting with you and chatting.
Thank you very much. Your name Ethan, right?
Yeah, Athens actually. Athens.
Athens. A-T-H-E-N. Athens. Last name Zhang, right?
Athens. Athens.
Athens. Okay, great.
And with an S, please.
Oh, Athens.
Yeah.
But if okay, your company is Athens Soft, right? With two S or
single S.
single S. Okay,
Single S.
Okay, great. So we can face the camera together, so we at least then see our front face.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, that should be good. Okay, yeah, that's great. We met several years ago, right?
Well, yeah, I believe so. Seven more.
Yeah. One time,
more or less.
Yeah, you were giving a seminar here about. One time you were for the second floor here.
Yeah.
So great, thank you very much. And also, I want to start you being here in Montreal, like immigrant, right? Like me, like you're immigrant here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
How long have you been in Montreal?
Over 10 years, I think.
Over
maybe 12 or.
Which year do you remember?
If I remember correctly, it was the
2008,
I think.
2000. Oh, a little bit later than me. I'm 2006. Probably I came in 2006, 2005.
Yeah, that year there's Olympic Games established in.
Oh, really? You were before the games. You came here before the games.
Yeah, before the game. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that time I just started my last job, like 2000 before the Olympics.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So you were always doing IT, right?
Yeah.
And
yeah, IT related job like developing management and education.
In China, before you moved here in China, your major in university is you have a bachelor degree in IT, computer or something, or
master degree.
Master degree.
Yeah, master degree
with the computer.
Yeah, software engineering and computer science.
Oh, that's the same like me. I had the bachelor. You had the master.
Okay. Almost the same.
Yeah, almost the same. So we get the. So your master and the bachelor degree, are they in the same school, same university, or different?
Not the same. Not the same, but in one city, the same city.
Okay. So after your graduation, your first job is in which city, or around what time do you mind if you tell the year, and probably we'll figure out how old you are, or you were born in which year, 70, 80, 80?
I think when I was graduate from graduate.
I was born in 1979. You older or younger than me?
1979. Oh, the same year.
Really?
Yeah, same year.
You like the year of goat as well? Like 1979 is the year of goat. 你属羊吗?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
So we are the same year?
Yeah, on the same. Yeah, same year.
That's crazy.
I like to that.
Yeah. But you look a little bit lot younger than me though. Yeah. So you have if you're that, so you work a little less years than me that time, because you have the two or 3 years of master, right? Master normally 3 years. 2 or 3 years.
Two and a half. Because I graduated early.
Okay.
I finished the credit and reached the requirement early.
So you worked in China for 4 and 5 years, about 4 years.
Yeah,
the first
5,
job.
Around 5.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I worked 4 and 5 years. The reason I came here 2 or 3 years before you, because I did not have the master degree. So
before I graduated, I got a job offer.
Really?
I got a job offer, so I.
Is it a big company or a famous company? That time must be a really good company, right? That time. About
could be
2003, like your first year, 2003, 2004, right?
Yeah. It's a software service provider.
Okay. So that means all these years, from your graduation till today, you are 20, almost 20. It's 17 years.
Yeah.
All the time working in the IT field.
Yeah. 18. This
18
is
years.
18 years.
Yeah, 18 years.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. 18 years in the software business. So how do you find the environment in Montreal? Like for the I know you have your own IT company, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly.
And how do you find the market here for the IT?
So, to be frank, I don't know how big the family how big the market there is in Montreal, because just at that moment just one there's only one thing I was thinking about is just make a living here, because we are new immigrant landing.
Okay, after you landed.
Yeah, after landing, and we knew not many people here.
Okay.
So we have to try to find a way to stand, to make a lead.
But did you work for a company or you just start a company by yourself right after you landed in Montreal? Or you worked for?
I tried, but most of them I spent for a short time. So I have to say that I just want to start my own business, and I want to see the how it works in the real society, in the real in a new environment, how it works. I thought I cannot start with little knowledge about the city, so I try to go out and see everywhere. For example, to get back to the university or school.
Okay.
And communicate with different people.
Okay.
And gain some experience. And gain some information about the city. To decide whether I can stay here long or short.
Oh, yeah, or move to Montreal, Toronto. a lot of Chinese folks like is working IT. A lot of them moved to Toronto, right? I believe.
I think there was the language barrier for
language barrier, the French.
Yeah.
And also, like actually in Toronto, actually they pay a little bit more, right? I guess for the IT.
Yeah.
And a lot of Chinese folks as well. Or sometimes it could be easier. Some other people speaking Chinese.
But as time goes by, I changed my mind. I found myself gradually love this city.
Montreal.
Yeah.
So how's your French, actually? How's your French?
A little bit on pizza.
Really? But did you go to a class or like you learned by yourself? You went to a class?
Yeah, the first university I got enrolled is the Université de Montréal.
Okay.
I was a language student for the secondary language. French as a secondary language. I took that program.
For how long?
That's a good maybe choice. half a year. Yeah, half a year. Yeah.
That's a good choice, actually. Actually, I should have done that. My French, I learned my French by myself, so super slow.
But you have talent to learn the language, I know.
I don't think so. It takes me a lot of time to learn English. But like what year you started your company? Like you landed 2008 before the Beijing Olympics. So you get yourself around the city to get familiar with the city, the people, and also the language. Like you 6 months for the Montreal University to learn French, and it took you how long? Like what year you started the IT company? Like 2010, 2009, or?
I think 2015. The first time I get formally registered my company at Registac de Quebec.
2015.
Des entreprises.
Okay. Right. That's not too long ago. Like
before that, I did a lot of things to prepare and train myself and
also self-employed maybe.
And do
freelancer.
Yeah, freelancer. Yeah. I work as a freelancer.
To program for other people, or
to make applications for small business and medium-sized companies. Yeah.
That's cool. 2015. That's not long after. So we probably the first time we met in 2018 or 17 maybe.
Yeah, I did self-employment before 2015,
Okay.
and during the time I really prepare much
Okay.
for the business. For example, to take some accounting programs and
Jeez, you
to
can really
learn
preparing.
to learn a taxation system,
Yeah.
and the legislation system. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
before I came to Canada, I ran a small firm
Oh, really?
at China in China. Yeah.
Jeez, you're really real. It's called like 企业家 entrepreneur.
No,
Like
just for fun, just for fun.
seriously, for me all the time I was working. The first job for me is in Huawei, 2001. 4 and 5 years I left the company, and I found company here and worked 2 companies in Canada totally. So all the time I was working as a. It's easy to be an employee actually. It's very simple to just go to the work and then do things and then finish the work, go home.
You know what business I ran before came to Canada?
For me, no, never. It's
Language training.
you.
Yeah.
Oh, you do
Yeah,
that
I had some student young people who
in which city? Like
Wuhan.
Wuhan. Oh,
Yeah.
you're from Wuhan. Oh. So that time you had a language
I
training
run a
school.
small language school training.
It's
School.
like 新东方,
Yeah.
New Oriental.
At that time, Xingdongfang is not so big
Okay.
as it. Yeah. So we.
A lot of teachers from 新东方 they were famous. Like
Yeah.
Luo Yonghao, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a famous person, and he owned too much money,
Yeah.
and he paid back in very short time.
Yeah, it's amazing story for
Yeah,
him.
amazing.
So you had your own language school for how long? Like
I'm sorry for that. I just run for 1.5 years.
So you just not training French, training English, right?
Yeah, only English.
English.
From kid to adult.
Yeah, if you did not leave China, probably you would make a big language school.
Yeah, because I found that there was an opportunity for people in the community, because the people who want to who are at work had no time to take care of their kids.
Okay.
And
So the
people,
target is for the kids.
Yeah. I think there were big opportunities and market in within communities.
Yeah. Even today, I guess, even the Chinese parents, they always want to.
The Xingdongfang, indeed, there are schools. Yes, but we are not running a real school. We just provide our service to provide the convenience to the resident in community.
A lot of teachers, like some teachers, they just register to you, and then you find the parents, right?
Yeah.
So at at what maximum number of teachers do you have one time? Like you have 10, 20?
Yeah, over 10, including the administrator and other staff. Over 10 people, I think.
At the same time, you had your IT job, right? I guess.
Yeah.
That's why you guys. I think a lot of time, like you guys, a lot of ideas want to start a business.
And sometimes my partner helped me a lot when I could not be present at the site. So that job, you have to spend much time.
Yeah, a lot of time with.
With your student, with the customer, you have to communicate, not just to place the order and take the courses.
I think the same thing here. You see, I guess like as a Chinese immigrant here, we know all like several Chinese language schools as well. Like some of our friends, they have some language schools here in Montreal too.
Yeah.
So they kind of the same thing. They have to know the parents know the students, design the courses, right? The materials, and then yeah, I guess like all these kind of small language schools, they all you have to be get involved yourself. Have to be involved, right?
You know what? So I didn't give the name to my business as the school because I thought there was also other opportunities to provide computer training
Okay.
to community because at that time
Seriously,
no,
you
no,
yeah.
yeah.
You suppose like probably you would it would be very natural to provide the computer training for the community as well.
Yeah, that's why because language skills is a basic one of the basic skills to learn the computer thing. Even uh, more important for programmers or potential programmers because the family, the parents in China expected their kids too much.
I guess remember that's long time ago, like when we were in university, that time they said the 21st century, the three keys to the 21st
Yeah.
is the English, what else? The driver license
Yeah, Geraldine.
and the computer, right?
Yeah,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah.
the three things, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, we agreed like before 2000, year 2000, they said the 21st
Tens
century.
of thousand advertisement we got about all about that three things.
Yeah, three things: English, car driving,
Yeah, car driving,
and then the computer.
and computer skills. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on the same page. We're same year. Actually, we can order now. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
it's, like, are you familiar with the menu? Do you want to eat a lot today or
Just a little.
I was hoping like we can drink something, but you don't drink alcohol. Do you drink alcohol? You want some sake or the beer? We have beer from Portugal. You want to try one beer?
Maybe later for yeah.
Okay.
Don't yeah. No, I'm not good at the alcohol things.
Okay. So right now we don't have because the shipment issue. Right now we at SAQ we just cannot find the Qingdao beer anymore. We used to sell
Okay.
Qingdao beer here, but there's no Qingdao beer anywhere. So we have to buy some beer from
Yep.
SAQ. It's from Portugal,
Mm-hmm.
Portuguese beer.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I haven't had a chance to try that beer. But it's a very famous like Qingdao in China. This beer is super bog, and it's famous in Portugal. Some customer I told them I have a beer from Portugal. They say, oh, that's a super bog. It's kind of famous. That's why sometimes I want to try by myself to see. Like,
Do foreign friends or your clients like Qingdao?
yeah, Qingdao beer is very popular.
Oh yeah.
It's very popular.
They know that brand?
Yeah. A lot of people they know this brand.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
it's I guess it's international,
I think so.
and that's the only beer we sell before the pandemic when we had the had the SAQ they had the stock, but right now it's done. It's no more.
Oh, why?
The shipping.
Oh, shipping.
Yeah, there's no either the cost of the shipping is too high or something, or there's no. It's like easier from the Europe like this beer from Portugal.
Yeah. I think you will get better after their
Yeah, sometimes it should get better. I think the shipment they have enough containers, the ships, everything. They should be fine.
Mhm.
They got enough ship, and I don't know why it's the issue, but crazy.
But they
Yeah,
also
but-
have many other choices for customer and client.
Give us a lot of trouble for the cost of food. We're not like really bad time right now. What do you want to eat? Pork?
Simple things, I think. What would you recommend? Or
You want to try the 红烧肉炖粉条, the braised pork belly? That one, but it's a little bit heavy.
a little bit
You want the easy one,
the easy one and light food.
light food. Okay,
Yeah,
I
light
want
food.
to. Yeah, we can try the 蔬菜豆腐.
Okay,
Yeah, it's light, and also the green beans.
okay. Green beans is better.
Yeah, green beans, 蔬菜豆腐. You want one more? 第三鲜? It's all vegetable.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
great. So we get simple today. Yeah, sometimes I eat too much, so
Because you need much energy
it's
and you work with passion.
to be honest, even you work a lot, but if you eat more, you still gain weight. Mm. 1 second. You eat steamed rice, right? The rice is okay.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
That will be okay. Thank you.
Great. I bring this to the kitchen. Yeah, I have that.
Okay,
I'm gonna run downstairs, so
take your
it will
time.
keep running. So
Okay,
I will be back really soon.
just take your time.
Okay, great.
Let's,
And then you start the program right after. Yeah, the morning time is great. I always drink coffee. So Tim Hortons really good.
what time is your rush hour usually?
For us,
Yeah?
it's we never been we never have a lot of customers for the lunchtime. So always evening 6 or 7.
They order it online or you have delivery
Yeah,
delivery
we have
guys?
the delivery. We don't have drivers, so it has to
Ah.
be through Uber Eats or some
Oh, okay. Uber Eats?
Uber Eats or DoorDash.
Okay.
But the problem is like they charge 30% of the sales.
Just relax and drink some water. I think you run a
Yeah,
packing
it's a-
place.
So the delivery is used to help us a lot, but not right now. The food price went up a lot. So after they take 30% of the sales
Okay.
for the commission, and you don't have much. That's the problem for deliveries.
Okay.
So it's always for customer to come to pick up, so we don't need to pay the 30%. Or the people eating inside.
Do they add extra price based on your
No,
original
it's,
price?
On the Uber Eats, some items we increase $1 or $2,
Okay.
but all the increase every dollar you increase, you only get 70 cents.
Okay.
So and customer not happy with the increase, so still it's a losing situation.
Do you have to pay like owner like you?
Hmm?
Do the owner of the restaurant like you have to pay the extra
Yeah, exactly.
license fee or
Yeah, no,
something
that's
like
the
that?
commission,
Commission?
30%.
Okay.
Like if you sell like the price $10, you need to pay $3
Oh, yeah.
to the
Yeah.
as a commission to Uber Eats.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying
No other hidden fee?
30% is a lot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, because 30% is a lot. It's like when you sell a price, they charge you 30%, and then you have only 70%, and you have the cost of the food, the meat, the vegetable, and then the labor and everything. You don't have much. You almost
Do they provide any machine or the end machine?
no. That's only a tablet. Only a
tablet,
tablet. Yeah,
tablet.
that's nothing. That's
Okay.
nothing. Yeah.
So you have to download the app by yourself?
Yeah. But the app is simple.
Oh,
It's just tablet and then run the Uber Eats app.
Okay.
So when the customer place order, it will ring.
Uh-huh.
It will show up on the tablet. You press confirm, and then you prepare the food. After that, sometime you press food is ready, and the driver will show up and then pick up food.
Okay.
Pretty simple, pretty good. The Uber is pretty. The only problem is they take 30% of the sales. That's a lot. That's huge amount of the portion, huge portion of the that you don't have the we call the profit margin. You don't have the profit margin anymore.
Oh, okay.
It's really bad.
Do you think it's a good thing for you to outsource the delivery work? Is that a good thing?
Some people do that, but you lose the customers because for a lot of customers they know Uber Eats. They don't know your restaurant that much or
Yeah.
the delivery platform, so the delivery team. So you will lose customers.
Yeah, they lost the experience. They lost the direct communication with you,
Yeah.
with the restaurant. They can feel the atmosphere and culture and ideas with the. I think.
But right now it's opening
I
up.
think you're right.
Yeah, it's opening up right now, so it's getting better and better for more people. They are more relaxed right now. More customer they chose to eat inside, so that we can keep the healthy profit margin. So if you don't have the profit margin, healthy profit margin, you don't have your business won't last long. So that's only emergency mode.
Okay.
Emergency mode during the pandemic, you have a lot of deliveries.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Even you have your own drivers. Some restaurants they have their own drivers to the deliveries, but the cost of drivers a lot as well. So roughly 20% maybe. It depends on how you manage the drivers or during certain amount of time, certain time window. A lot of sales all the time. So you have several drivers for that period of time, and then it's efficiency. It's efficient during that time. But if during the other time of the day and you have one order here and there and you don't have a lot of orders, and the driver's gonna sit there doing nothing, but you still need to pay them.
Yeah.
So it's
sometimes they have to stand by even there's no business.
Exactly.
Otherwise they cannot show up at the moment you need them.
Exactly. So that's the problem. That's why Uber Eats they are dominating because they can. It's like a pool of resources pool. In computer science, you have the resources pool.
Yeah.
All the drivers in there. The software is smart enough to assign people.
Yeah.
Depending on the distance to the restaurant.
They can allocate their human resources.
Exactly. It's automatic. That's the only company
based on data.
I guess the Uber Eats right now, they are the only company to assign drivers automatically without intervention, human intervention. They are the only one doing that because the back end, their software is, the AI technology is smart enough avoid those errors. So they are the only one. The DoorDash and the Skip Dishes, those two companies, they have the same tablet and app, everything the same. But the problem, there's people behind to assign drivers, individual drivers to restaurant. So they are really slow. That's not efficient at all. Sometimes when the food is ready and we click the ready, the buttons tell them it's ready, but it takes them 20, sometimes even 30 minutes for a driver to show up. So that's a really bad experience.
Yeah.
That's the power of software.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying this is the age of programmers. It's the if you're a programmer living this age, you have the power.
Yeah.
That's why you kind of you always did after your graduation you always do programming, right?
Yeah, programming things. I got myself involved in a few big projects like ERP.
Yeah. But do you still program, right? You know the skills of coding, right? Or what language do you think you're really good at? Or
Java and Python. Java. Yeah.
Java and Python.
Yeah, Java. I started learning Java. I started learning Java in around 2000.
What school are you graduating from? Your
Wuhan University.
Oh, that's a big university. That's really good university. Because we were the same year. That time when we graduated, like that time VB was kind of popular as well, right?
Yeah, C#.
Yeah,
C# was starting. Introduced
was starting.
Into China. Yeah, it's getting started. So people usually use DiFi.
No, C++
Visual-
was popular, and then Visual VC and VC was popular, I guess, but it's heavy.
Yeah, Visual Basic is popular
yeah.
among the students and,
Yeah.
and on campus, and C++,
Yeah,
C++, Fortran. Before that, Fortran.
Yeah, Fortran was not that popular though.
Um,
Well, the first language you mentioned, what is that?
in university, we took Fortran language.
What is the language you just mentioned like moments ago? The deep and
DiFi.
DiFi. I
Yeah,
never heard
DiFi.
of
The DiFi is so popular for
How to
application
spell-
development.
How to spell that?
Delphi. DELPHI. It looks like Visual Basic.
Where? In university you have that?
No.
Yeah, exactly. I never heard of that. That's why I'm really bad in computer science.
In university, we learn C.
Yeah.
If you take programs like double E, electronic engineering or automatic control at that time, we do have that programs. But now the program changed.
You have double E there?
No. Automatic. In my for my undergraduate program,
Okay.
I took automatic control.
自动化.
Program. So we learned 2 programs actually.
Okay.
The first one is computer science. The other is the automatic control. Yeah, and a lot of mathematics.
But the automatic control, what language do you use to do?
C.
Just C.
And assemble.
Oh,
assembly.
汇编语言, right?
Yeah.
Assemble. Yeah, assemble was big time.
Assembly.
And we will learn. I remember. I guess 98, 99. We have the little chip with a lot of pins, right? We still program that, right? That machine language. Is that called machine language? 机器语言.
Not machine language.
汇编 assembly.
A little bit higher than
machine
language,
yeah.
but it's still low level language.
Yeah, I was doing that.
Yeah.
But I was really bad at that. But before the university, the 1997, the same year, before you went to the university in 1997, did you have a chance to have a computer? Did you ever see a computer?
Yeah.
Really?
My parents bought computer very early, before most of the family in the city.
So your family had a computer?
Yeah.
Your parents?
Yeah. They bought 2 computers for me to study to play with.
That's cheating. When I get the computer, that's the first time when I go to the campus university. The first time I ever saw a computer, I was typing TT. That's the first time you need to get familiar with the typing, the keyboard. I was doing a lot of TT the first several months. I went to the library, the computer center to do the TT thing, to do the typing. So before that, you had all the skills already. You had all skills before the.
I have interest in it because at the first time I got touch with the computer.
Yeah.
It was 1992.
That's.
I was attracted by the PC game.
Gee, that's crazy. So you were born in Wuhan, right? Oh, you born in Wuhan.
Yeah,
so you are the city people. Yeah, you live in the city.
Yeah.
So your father was an engineer or something, or so that time was really
engineering.
Really early for any family to even had the idea of a computer at that time. That was super early.
Because one of my
You could be Steve Jobs.
This is fun. That's kidding.
So you start early. It's like when you had Elon Musk started the programming several years old, and he sold his first game for $500.
That
when he was 12.
I was a young kid. I just like to play games.
Yeah.
Just that, and sometimes you usually play the game for a long time, and you find yourself that is boring.
Yeah.
You find it is boring. So chances for me chances for me to come down and sit down and grab some book to read. The first book I read is C language,
Yeah.
the basic C language, fundamentals of C.
Wow, that's already.
So
You can have this. We can start.
okay. I don't think I have talent for that, but I just like to play with computers and copy things and delete things and type things, and that's all my
So the
after school activities.
that 1992, you were only in the junior high school.
Junior school.
Yeah, junior high school, and then you had the.
Junior high school.
Okay.
One of the relatives,
Relative, yeah.
relatives introduced the computer to my family, and my parent realized it was a great thing in the future.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. Everything is proved.
1992, I was fighting with my teacher. Seriously. Now can.
Okay.
Please start. Yeah. I start already.
Okay, thanks. So I spare some time after school to write code and take part in a little bit in computing contest.
Already before is high school, senior high school.
Senior high school.
Wow, that's really early.
And I wanna.
I guess you can put the rice on the plate. It's
Oh, yeah.
much easier.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm gonna fall. That's why I really like it. I'm jealous of people living in the city. I'm from a village, so I had never saw a computer like before I went to the university. So the first semester we have one class called language C, right? C language. I failed that. It's so difficult for me.
So my roommate and classmate at university, they most of them come from a village, but at that time we don't people who come from the city has no idea about village, so we were invited
To the village.
to take a look at the village.
Yeah.
So
Cool, right?
Yeah, so cool. Everything is nature. Everything is from nature. And my schoolmate invited me to their house in village. It's so big. And they taught me and other people to planting trees.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So today is all vegetable dishes.
To plant trees and do fishing.
But when you were in the university, so you know computer already very well. So you must be ahead of your classmates for the university time. So you know like C language already.
It did save me a lot of time, so that I can put much energy on other subjects.
Because every once in a while they will ask you to program a little something, right? Little function. Like I always failed. I could not figure out how to do that. Always ask my friend, okay, please help me to realize this function.
I usually do a lot of homework for me and for my
For your friends, for your classmates.
Yeah.
Because that's why the education, the parents, they expose their kids to the new technology so important very early.
Yeah. One of my relatives used to work at a scientific institute.
Wow, that's
So they get touch in. They got touch in new things.
so your master is 华中科技大学
Wuhan University.
武汉
I was
No, you s-
graduate actually from National Key Lab
Okay.
in software engineering.
Okay. But the 本科 the bachelor is in 武汉大学 right? But how about the master degree?
The same.
Oh, I thought you said different universities. Oh, the same university. It's very difficult to get into Wuhan, right? Wuhan University, right? It's especially from your own province.
Not so hard. Not too difficult.
What's your how many points you score for the national exam, like to get to that year 1997 for the 高考 600 points.
I got less than 600.
Because I guess I got 586.
It depends.
I got to the computer science in Tianjin University.
It depends depends on what program you apply.
Yeah, but the computer science is it's a popular one. It's supposed to be a little bit higher in the same university, right?
Yeah. What did you major in your university?
Yeah, same computer science.
Computer science.
Yeah. You know, in Jiangsu, I'm from Jiangsu. So in Jiangsu is the best university. It's Nanjing University.
Oh yeah.
So that year, 1997, we are same year. So that year for the computer science for Nanjing University, I guess you have to have 620 points to get to the 619. My friend got 619, so he was the just cross the line, just a little bit above the line. So about 618 points to get to the computer science for Nanjing University. For Tianjin University, I get the 586. So kind of 30 points different between Nanjing University and Tianjin University for the same program, same computer science.
It's heard that you was the first one to.
Yeah, in the village. Yeah.
Yeah, you're the first one to
Got the
get
bachelor
it.
degree.
Okay.
No,
Yeah, to get
to the
it.
university.
And you also have talent.
It's not. But the same year, have another classmate. He went to the Nanjing University for the computer science. That guy is so smart. Same year, every exam, he's better than me, all the time. I never, any exam, I was better than him. So the same year, we have two kids from the same village
Oh,
to go to a university.
okay. Do you like the life on campus?
Yeah, it's really bad for me.
Why?
I guess I like my junior high school and senior high school, but I don't like the university at all. It's really bad for me because the Tianjin is the only city I was going to. So I'm from a village, so we had no money. So other people they all have money, other students. So that was pretty bad. In the senior or junior in the high school, 6 years, we have plenty of people poor as me. So I was okay because we have a lot of people same poor, same level of poverty. It's not bad. But when in the university, when I was the only one from a village, so that's pretty hard.
I think I was lucky that most of the young people at my school didn't think too much on how rich you are, how rich you were, and how rich
But I guess from the university, Wuhan University, your classmates, most of them not from a village as well.
Not the case.
Yeah, exactly. If you find one from real village, they're real poor, and other people they had money they did not have, they will feel very differently.
Mm-hmm.
How many classmates do you have in your class? 20, 30?
It's a big class actually. Around 20,
Yeah.
20 to 30.
Yeah, 20.
An average.
Yeah, but you see like but you see like when they introduce themselves, they come from some area, right?
Everywhere.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they most of them from city, right?
I think.
Yeah,
I thought so.
you will see most of them from city.
I have no strong impression on that.
Yeah, because like for us, we have people from Hefei, Nanning,
Mm-hmm.
and Tianjin. What else? Kunming. They're all the big cities. They're all from big city. Yeah. So if you are from city, you even don't notice because I've got a similar. Every month the parents give a certain amount of money. I bought a similar. But if you're from a village, you did not have any money, so you will, only the happy people don't know the problem of the unhappy people.
In early years, people on campus are nice.
Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, really
Yeah.
nice.
But
They don't care where you come from.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They did not care. But the problem is, like, for example, the weekend, we always go to, like, from the same dorm, sushi, same dorm. We have 7 guys. They all say, oh, the weekend, let's go to a restaurant, right?
Yeah.
That time, I guess, average, like, for 7 people, you probably will spend 50 RMB. That time, 50 RMB. Everybody gonna have $8, $9. Right? That you're gonna share, right? Split by several people.
Yeah.
Or $10 maximum. But I did not have the $10 to go with them. So for them, they all go. But I would choose not going because if I pay this $10 for this meal, I won't have problem for the rest of the month. So that's the problem. Everybody was nice, but the problem have a lot of time you cannot participate. You just think I probably watch TV or whatever. Because you go with them, you're gonna pay this, but you don't have the money. That's the problem. It's not people not being nice. Everybody is nice. The problem is just you don't have the money to do things together with them, and then sometimes you were left alone. You will be by yourself. It's like every month, probably average we have maybe 200 RMB that time, but average people they have 500 RMB. So you have 200 RMB in your pocket. What can you do? And of that 200, exactly. With the 200 RMB, probably you need to spend 150 on the food, right? You go to the 食堂, right? So you have only 50 RMB for a whole month to either save a little bit, buy a clothes or something. You just could not afford any restaurant with any of your friends. That's the problem. Like over time, you will see, okay, you're not getting close. They have all small groups. So let's go play games here. Let's, it's very different.
And I have to say, the student lead in your class has to be a really good person because they have to balance. They have to make balance.
You know the lead of the class?
The student lead.
Okay.
Because for each class, the department led us to elect the student lead for assisting management.
Yeah.
They really have had good skills to make balance.
Yeah. But they cannot give you money. The problem is you don't have money. That's the only problem. You cannot go to places they want to go. For example, some national day, like 国庆节, they have maybe 4 days or 5 days off. So they went to Huangshan or Taishan. They are from Tianjin to Shandong. or to Anhui, they went to like 10 of them from the class. Okay, let's go together. But you did not have money. What do you do? You cannot go. Nobody gonna pay. Okay, if some students are rich, they are not doing. Oh, I don't have money. I pay for you. There's no such a thing, right? So a lot of time, like the weekend or something, weekend or the days off, the break, and you will see the difference. That's why the university time is the worst time for me. I really don't like that period of time.
If you have another choice for now, do you want to go back to try a different experience on campus?
No, it's fine. The experience was fine. The only thing is we did not have money. We come from poor family. That's all. If I had the money with the kids from the city, I would be super happy as well. Yeah. We just hung out with them and watch games, play games here there. It's the confidence. You just do not have any confidence anymore. Also, I did not learn very well. I failed a lot of subjects.
You know what? The first time I got contact, I got to know you indirectly.
Yeah.
Is from the internet.
Yeah.
There is a post of thread I read. I think how a IT guys became a
Restaurant owner.
restaurant
Oh,
owner.
that's my blog.
Yeah.
That's my blog. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the first time I get to know.
It was just about 8 years ago. I guess still a mistake to be honest, to have a restaurant. It's still a mistake because
But you are so successful in this field.
I don't think so. People don't think like we have a little bit media exposure and publicity or something. The media reported us, but the problem is like this business is very hard. Like every dish you have to cook them. It's not like a copy paste.
You know what? IT guys have the ability to make things different
Yeah,
because you can think another way.
yeah, exactly.
You know, so many restaurants there in city, and they run there's under traditional operation, and you can make difference. This is the most amazing things I think.
I try, but I don't know. Even today, I'm not sure about the future. I'm not sure about the future of the restaurant. But as I said, I was really bad at programming. I never did any programming after the university. So the first job was technical support in Huawei. So it's a telecom company, so there's no programming at all for me. We just deploy projects, do the software configuration, those kind of stuff. It's not coding. Actually, I would say if I was doing like what you did, like the coding and programming or the software overall, it would be much easier for me because I chose the first job put me a direction, the path of the using software instead of developing a software. So I was a user all the time, being a user of software, all kinds of software. So I lose the capability of coding or the understanding of the language, the compiling or all those kind of stuff. Now before I was a network engineer. At the beginning was telecom engineer. Then the telecom was kind of dying. It was getting less and less. So I kind of was on the software network side, Cisco stuff. The network stuff and the network security. But the demand are getting less and less as well. So it's unfortunate actually because the network engineer, this kind of job category is shrinking a lot because of the cloud.
Yeah.
So a lot of companies, they don't have their data center anymore. the server room. They just move everything to the cloud, to the AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. So if I were, all the time I spend to the programming, and I will be much happier. I won't probably, because right now is everything. I said is everything is software.
Yeah.
Everything is software.
Yeah.
Even the cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
10 years ago, even today happening, a lot of people doing the crypto stuff, they make a lot of money because they control the programmers.
The infrastructure.
Exactly, they build their things, and it's crazy.
Okay.
Power is the program. They have the power.
Actually, in terms of software engineering, the coding things is just one
Small,
portion.
I know.
A small portion of that.
Yeah.
So more important, the other, I think, other roles and other positions are as the same important as the programming position.
Yeah, get to the technical side, technical aspect. Like what are you doing with this company right now? It's called Arthensoft, right?
Arthensoft.
Arthensoft. So what do you guys do, or like what's your role inside of the technical role of this?
So basically, we provide a technical solution for small and medium-sized company and or commercial entities, and we employ Java technologies as well as other related technologies to help them to solving problems.
So you maintain a software applications, or you develop applications as well?
Yeah, we develop. So basically, we
give them the one-stop solution, everything like IT solution.
Close to that. So we create a business model for our customer, and figure out the basic or proposal for the solution, and which would meet the requirement of the client. And sometimes we take the most of responsibilities to design and implement the system, and sometimes we outsource some part of work to the expert or consultant who are really familiar or good at that field, so that can make the cost under control.
But what is your typical customer like? Your typical customer, they are what kind of business, what kind of IT services do they need, or you provide to them?
So most of the industry, normal industry.
But what do they need as a IT? Like they need the online sales platform, website, or the integration of the warehouse, or their stuff, like all the financial aspect, or the payroll. What kind of stuff they need on the IT side? What kind of
all related? You mentioned the aspect you mentioned all related, but we try to do a lightweight and affordable solution for them. Some solution from big firm. They have to charge you a huge amount of license fee, and a server's fee or maintenance fee, and most of the startup and a small medium-sized company cannot afford that. There's a big burden.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is the small companies, small medium companies, sometimes they cannot afford, even they cannot pay the price to your company as well. That's the problem. Like I was thinking about this kind of business like 10 years ago. To be honest, that's kind of all the business is small or medium size. They all need a kind of solution. They all need to IT to enhance, to put them on a little bit edge of their competitors if they use IT technology, right? But the problem is like how much they can afford or how much they are willing to pay.
Yeah, that's the big problem.
Exactly. So for you guys to, as an IT solution company, to provide this kind of services for them, okay, give you kind of a year and I give you this kind of solutions, you give me $10,000, for example.
Mhm.
So with that $10,000, and sometimes you cannot use the, like as you said, the licensed products like from big software companies. So you choose the open source products and then integrate them together and then do some second development or something, right? To make it fit, to take the free open source software available freely, free to use, and then do the it's kind of how to say that the second development,
Yeah, yeah, I understand.
to integrate into their requirements, right? Is that kind of stuff you are doing?
Yeah. Actually, we we design and develop lightweight ERP like things, like applications,
Okay.
to meet their requirement. Maybe not one, full solution, all-in-one solution. We don't do that most of the time because we can do that. We are capable to do that, but most of our client cannot afford the whole thing.
Also, it's maybe too complex to maintain, right? To do the daily operation.
So therefore, we cut into pieces.
Yeah.
If you want to emphasize on the shipment service, so I can fetch the component from our libraries, and to do integrations and customizable development for their needs. So if a business is running a e-commerce business, so we can grab some components like order system and the accounting system and payment system and shopping cart to make it together to meet their needs. So that they don't have to pay all the things and the high amount of license fees,
But for example, if they need a stock system, they make sure their inventory is up to date. Those kind of scan gun, the barcode, right? Scan.
Yeah.
So that kind of is there existing software to work with the scan gun, or like you have to develop an interface with your ERP, lightweight.
So actually, we have a third-party APIs, or APIs can support that the barcode scanning. Scanning functionalities.
Okay.
Well, if they really need that. So before they place the order, we have to do a technical advice, or to make a whole business analysis to tell them if you really need this. Because most of the client does not, they don't stay in the field of technology.
Okay.
They don't know what their needs. Yes, they're the first one, the most important one to provide the requirement to us. But sometimes they cannot express clearly.
Yeah.
And you have to lead them to express clearly and in right way, and really. To present the real requirement so that we can polish their requirements.
So you have to talk to them a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
So who's talking, is you or your some of your kind of team to talk to customers?
Basically, we have a SOP, standard operation process, to do that. Sometimes after that, you cannot rely on that SOP because it doesn't work properly sometimes.
Yeah.
But people want to get close to communicate with you, with a real person, not a machine, not an AI, not some code forms. So you have to talk with them to encourage them to express themselves, to present what they really need. And sometimes they think in their shoes.
Yeah.
And I know the technical guys, IT guys, think in technical view, there isn't too much. This make me change when I start running my business, because before that I was a pure technical guy, technician. You know, when you start to run a business, you have to view in customer's view. You know,
how they operate as well, because you don't want to introduce a lot of extra steps for them to add extra operation cost as well. Because if you have a system, software system, it does all the nice things, it's looking great, and on the presentation is amazing, but for that system to work, the company has to hire several people to follow those steps. That would be an extra cost for the human resources. So that would be a problem as well, or very difficult for them to follow. Okay, you have to click here, do this, and otherwise your data will be wrong. So that kind of stuff is very difficult. Like as an IT guy, I always think about how to make the restaurant, like we have stock as well. I try to track like how many materials we use every day, or even how many, like this dish and this dish, how many dishes we sell every day. And you have to integrate with the software. But then you need to, I realize, if you want to track that data, you have to input the data. And that input, this action, this operation, may take need people to do that. If one waitress or one person forgot to do the input, your data is corrupted. Your data is not accurate. So
the system will stop the work.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of beat its own purpose. So for me, if I have any IT system in the restaurant, I want to make it really nice, and the report will be amazing at the end of the day, or every week, every month, I can see the stats, amazing stats. I know the direction of the restaurant, everything give me a good insights. But the problem is, like, how do you get your input accurate? It's very, very important, very, very difficult. Like, I have to persuade my staff, either in the kitchen or in the front. Every time you do this, please don't forget to put in the system, right? When they are busy, they have no time to put, okay, you have either on the tablet or somewhere they put the information in. So the information has to come from, the input from employee. Sometimes when you're busy, sometimes when the staff don't buy your idea, they don't agree with this kind of way of doing things. So even the best solution or best system in my restaurant, I would say it's gonna fail. So the same thing for other customers. The cost of the daily operation is very, very important. Like, you don't want to get people too many extra steps to
After running my business for a few years, I really came to understand what is user-centric meaning.
Exactly. That's actually, I really want. Long time ago, I want the same thing. Before I had the restaurant, that's exactly the same idea I had but I did not have the knowledge of the software thing, the application thing, because my idea is the whole industry. Doesn't matter it's clothing or it's restaurant or it's like a wholesale or the retail. The IT always can improve, elevate, upgrade your can really give you a business great advantage over your competitors to upgrade the whole business. And the cost is the only thing, not the main thing to stop them from doing that, to improve the efficiency and make it. That's the
cut down the cost.
Yeah, it's really a shame or pity. It's not a lot of this IT service company to do that. And then it's not easy job. What you are doing probably is very, very, very important for a lot of industries, like to really take advantage of the IT services, IT technology to upgrade their stuff to make them really, really efficient, like 21st century business. Because otherwise they want to reduce cost. Everybody wants to reduce their cost, but the problem, the way, if they don't have extra software to help them to do their business model, to improve their business model, they can only improve the efficiency to a certain level, to like streamline the process, everything. But you need to they need to rely on the software system to make it really efficient. Like before the scanning gun, right? They have to note down this, write down this. With the barcode invented scanning gun, they just scan. They put I have 10 today. I scan, and then plus 10 will be in the inventory already in the back system. So that kind of this will upgrade a lot. So, but for your side, for the provider, the software provider side, very difficult is to reach those customers and persuade them to spend that money. And that money is not a small money sometimes. So they have to see a lot of time I'm a business owner now. If I want to invest that money, 5,000, even like 10,000 or 20,000, I would say that could be a waste of money totally, right?
Yes.
That's the thing from your side. You have to persuade, but what you are doing is really amazing. As a IT, if you're doing the IT on this IT field, the goal, the only goal is to contribute to provide services and products to help other business or the customers to achieve their goals. So
we cannot grow without customers. So in some degree, we were pushed forward by our clients because no clients, no requirement. If we perform our work with no requirement, there is no goal for us. So we don't know what job we're gonna do, and what our application to go, where to go. We cannot find that. So in other words, the market, the client is the original power for us to make progress. And you know what? As I was a programmer, I just focus on how good my algorithm is, and how advanced technology I applied. But in the view of our clients, they don't care too much. They just want their application, their purchase to work properly. And the most important is that they want customer service, very very friendly, and very very of help. So they prefer to pay much money on that. Sometimes you cannot sell your software or application at a high amount because you're not a big brand. They cannot accept you sell them with a high price. But they really like to pay for your working service, person-to-person service, and hand-to-hand service. They want to pay that.
Even I don't know, like what industry is your most customer they are in? Like which industry? Like the retail, or like what kind of industry is your biggest customer so far?
The wholesale, retail, e-commerce, and education system, education industry. So besides of that, there are occasionally I have some other project in different fields, and basically
but right now it's the international, like internet age right now. It's everything used to, like the business right now. They said the pyramids, right? Pyramid. Right now the pyramid is more flat, right? It's like the on the top only very very few right now, but they remove the middle layer. So everything on the bottom right now, the bottom and then the very top, and it's more flat pyramid. It's not like a pyramid like this.
You know that period is under the progress of this construction now at this moment, because new technology, new system comes in. You know the big data, the blockchain, the change that old order. You know,
Yeah.
the period is the old period
Yeah.
is under destruction. And
So
people,
what's the new model? What is the new model?
I-
It's just a flat line and then one spot on the top. It's very flat now. It's everything flat because the big company, they can reach so low. Like Amazon, they can reach to everybody.
Yeah.
So there's very little room for a retailer, a small retailer.
Yeah.
Like a store on the street or some, like even Costco. Costco beat up all the Super C, Maxi, all the Provigo. Provigo just beat them. The Walmart just beat them because they are so huge. They're huge, and then the efficiency is amazing. And so all this retail, even the Maxi, like when we came here, like 15, 14, 10 years ago, Maxi was huge, right?
Yeah,
Maxi,
I know.
But right now, I guess they're not doing that well because like everything goes to efficiency, and then they can reach even Costco. They have the online shopping as well. So and Amazon just beat everybody. So the Walmart. So they have so all these big guys. They have the super reach through the internet because they have the brand, and I would suspect more people will go to Maxi website to order something, but they would go to Costco website or Walmart website to order something online. So that will push them, like only the big guys survive. They reach everybody right now.
Yeah.
As a retailer, a lot of this business, there's no much room for them to stay.
Exactly.
So the technology make it crazy, and even the Amazon just is really surprising. Amazon did not kill Costco or the Walmart. They're not there yet, but one day they're gonna push them as well, squeeze them. If they have the local like existence, local just for them to scan and then pick up the stuff order. So make it like automatic everything. It's like a drone delivery, or like even someday just open up a store in every neighborhood, and then what you order, after 2 hours, you're gonna go there, scan your code, and then pick up your stuff. If that happens, even the Costco or even Walmart will be in big trouble as well.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So for us, the small guys, like
The small guys, I think we can put some attention, pay some attention on the several things like traffic.
Yeah.
Like the traffic on internet, and the second thing is big data.
Yeah.
And then the other thing is to change the mind. So because the world is changing faster and faster, and the accelerator is get faster and faster on changing.
Sometimes you cannot beat you cannot beat them. You join them. You cannot beat them. The trend, you cannot beat the trend. The trend is this technology make it so easy to reach. It's like the Montreal. Like you don't see Montreal existing on the internet at all because it's small. Even Toronto, only the people, sometimes the famous people, you don't see anybody famous from Montreal anymore because you cannot reach the audience globally. So on the YouTube, everywhere, only the people in the United States, like they can reach the audience globally that much. So that means it's the same. Like social media, it's a flattening as well. So only the people on the top, they reach everybody. The local cities, they like non-existing anymore. So it's kind of it's like a retail store on the social media as well. So we need to find, we cannot beat them, but we have to join them. So sometimes we see this trend, somehow we need to figure out how do we put ourselves in this kind of trend, not being overwhelmed by this huge wave. We want to stay on top of the wave instead of being, put underneath the wave you're gonna drown. That's the thing. For the IT services, we need to find some business or some customers. They can really survive this well. Like online, the e-commerce thing. Like several years ago, a lot of people, even today, they're trying. They want to do the local e-commerce company. They sell you this, sell you that. But their biggest competitor will be the Amazon, eBay or Amazon. Like you want to sell your stuff and really nice stuff. And the problem, you cannot attract customers to your website to order. and the e-commerce experience on your website will be amazing. The technology make it so easy. The carts drag everything here, and the shipping is free. Everything. The only problem is they don't know your website. Even it's so nice, so convenient, so advanced. The technology is so easy, state of art. But the problem is they are not going because it's flattened. So everybody goes to Amazon. If I want to buy a TV, they probably go to Amazon. They are not even going to Best Buy anymore. They go to Amazon to find stuff they're gonna ship it. And if you buy a printer, and you probably go to Amazon or compare everything they're gonna ship you. If you have a local brand, local store, like we sell a lot of printers or the TV sets, and then we want to have an e-commerce website. You have a great plan, you made it really nice website, but problem they don't go to your website to buy. That's the problem. So what I'm saying, probably we need to be really careful about like which direction you are heading, because you are heading into a big giant. The e-commerce is really kind of for the small fish. There's no room at all. But surprisingly, the Shopify is doing extremely well, right?
Yeah.
Shopify is kind of a competitor to the Amazon, I guess, because like they put a lot of.
They're doing in different ways.
Yeah, they're helping the small fish to have a platform, like a store or a brand.
More customizable.
Yeah.
And then people can build up their own brand.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why they are building a platform to help the small fishes to have a more like publicity. Like probably I never used Shopify though. Is that like if you want to buy something, you can go to Shopify, or Shopify is not a platform to buy stuff, or
not. Shopify is a customizable platform for you to build up
your own website,
e-commerce site very quickly
Yeah, that's the thing. That's still I don't understand why it's going well. So because if you're, as I said, if I'm not understanding it. If you still have a nice website, they help you build a nice website. But how do people know your website? That's the key.
Yeah.
Still, that's the key. The Shopify only solve one problem: to build your own e-commerce site very efficiently and low cost. That's fine. But if they don't bring customer to click to buy stuff on your website, it's still nothing. So why do they do well?
So the platform could be a little help if the platform will.
Yeah.
Because if you just simply do a website to run a business, to help your business, I think most of the IT guys can achieve that.
Yeah.
But why different for the Shopify like platform? Why they can be outstanding? Because they provide an ecosystem and community.
Okay.
So business owner usually own his own website. This is the first step, and the second step is to how to make people know me on the internet.
Okay.
So if you rely on if you choose a good platform, that platform can provide a service, no matter is free or not. That is a good thing. So it is really better than you to stand alone to try to let people know you. So you have to invest much money on advertising. Okay. And what the platform can help you is to introduce or bring the traffic to you.
Yeah.
Because people visiting other website on that platform can has the chances to visit your site, because there is a recommend system, or a related link, or guess you what you like, things, the facilities or functionalities to help you to get exposed. So the next step is to, I think business owner is trying to, I suggest them to change their mind to to focus on the traffic. So if you don't put your business on the internet and earn money based on your traffic, you think there is a problem. There probably a problem in near future, because you stay there and people go forward. So after a period of time, you will feel like things get hard. So the traffic is the most important thing for small guys or average people who run because the big platform shrink the space. We have not much time for that, because that door will close to average people.
So that, I understand that actually for the retail. So the platform Shopify does help a little bit to promote each other, to bring. But so far they haven't reached me yet. So I never used any customer. I never found any customer, or not any business they sell stuff on the Shopify yet.
Mm-hmm.
Everything I need, I probably go to Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But are they? So if you target like individual stores or something to provide the IT service from your company, so the Shopify will be your competitor, or you introduce them to Shopify. You're gonna recommend them to Shopify.
So in early years, I began my that business. Shopify is really the competitor, I said, but
then you're gonna change, right? You're gonna change the direction.
Yeah, they have big investment and they have big team. But what I have, I don't have the resources like the big firm have.
Yeah.
So I have to change myself. I cannot change that fact. I have to change myself. So I start another business for Safe, because if the outside situation change, like the economic environment changed, we cannot just stand there, stand firm. So you will get fall. So what if you get falls? How to deal with your friend, your employee working for you? So you cannot be.
You cannot swim against the current. You cannot swim against the current. You have to.
So I have
follow
to
the trend.
Find another way.
You can coach your customer use that or part of your solution, right?
Exactly. So we expand our business in different ways. The first is to continue to do application development service. And if you cannot beat the big firm, and you can join them.
Yeah, exactly. You cannot beat them, join them.
I don't mean to join the company. I just mean that you can join the ecosystem.
Yeah.
So you can be a key role in the ecosystem, because there are so many the clients, business owners do not know how to make their system.
Deploy that system.
How to make the system work efficiently, and they need training. And in the view of programmers, we know much the underlying things. So we can transfer that experience to them very smoothly.
Okay, that's best way. It's a good way. And also, you can be a like authorized like dealer or authorized representative from them. You can work with the Shopify to.
They actually provide 3 ways to join. The first is you just join the app affiliate program.
Affiliate.
This is basic things. The other is to be as a
partner,
trainer. The third is to do to develop plugins, because the Shopify just to provide the basic components that you can integrate it with.
So like a WordPress. Like a WordPress.
And for example, if you want to do multi-language or internationalization, to add extra functionality to the Shopify website, you have to download the plugin. So most of the plugin is not free. It's not
Okay.
for free. So another group of people dedicated to
To do the
developer plugin for different
they're
things.
they're also the competitor of WordPress though. Some
Hmm?
websites they probably they would choose WordPress without Shopify, but now the Shopify is dominating. So the WordPress gonna lose some customers, right?
It's actually Shopify provide a good offer on price.
Yeah,
They charge the charge fees on a monthly base.
yeah,
So if you sell your solution to a customer, as you know, that solution has to be implemented with much energy and much human resources and much other resources, and the cost is high. And the Shopify like platform can allocate the resources into many resell,
okay.
so they can dramatically cut down
Cut
the
down the
cost.
cost.
And people like to pay the monthly fee because there's not a big burden in a sudden, and you don't give a big surprise for a business owner to introduce or to use that system, to introduce that system in, and business owner can pay a little amount of money
Yeah,
every month
every month,
periodically.
not upfront,
Yeah.
big lump sum.
That's
Upfront.
friendly. I
Yeah,
think.
that's more friendly.
That's friendly.
It's easy, predictable, and less money every month, so it's easier for them to.
Your basic plan is just around 20 to $30 amount,
Okay.
and the premium plan is 64. I think it's around 60 or 80. Yeah, for enterprise.
What kind of partnership are you guys with the Shopify? Are you the
Trainer.
trainer?
Yeah, trainer.
So you also when you deploy for your customer, and then they give the extra discount for you guys as well, or like when you deploy this system, Shopify for one of your customers, do they pay like when you are trainer, so you pay less, a little bit like a less price for the license, or they're always the same?
So so generally we charge training service fee from customers.
Okay.
The training role is just the qualification for us to, so we can prove we have the experience.
Okay.
So
but the customer still pay monthly fee directly to Shopify.
Yeah,
not through
because
you.
that not pay for
not through you.
Pay me.
Okay.
They
pay
pay
directly
monthly
to-
fee
yeah.
for the system use fee.
Okay.
The system use. And
You have a phone call.
don't forget it.
Okay. So you have a lot of customers using you help them to integrate, you help them to set up the Shopify stuff or customize the Shopify for your customers. Right?
I try to transfer. I try to persuade them to get into the Shopify ecosystem.
Yeah.
If we want to build a website, but we have to evaluate whether the Shopify platform is really suitable for them.
Yeah.
Okay, sometimes they need a customizable component which Shopify do not provide. So what to do?
If you cannot find an existing plugin, do you guys choose to develop or not? No, it's too much work, right? The cost is going to be too much to customize something.
We have to. That is not easy for us to do so, because not because the technical thing, because you have to spend much time on studying the
Shopify codes. And
Yeah,
also
Shopify
when they
codes,
upgrade,
interface,
they will have the
and-
new release. Maybe your code we're gonna upgrade as
you
well.
have to
right?
get familiar with all
yeah.
the specifications
Yeah.
to integrate the APIs. So
That's the thing. Even the plugins, sometimes when the main software, the firmware, they update, and then the plugin probably they are not upgraded, so that could be challenging as well. Sometimes the security risk of the
Basically, they just to provide the basic system,
Yeah.
and they maintain the basic component by Shopify themselves. The plugin is maintained by the third-party developers, so they are on a different maintaining lines. No.
Do you want to eat some?
Yeah.
I eat everything. I eat a lot of stuff already. That's interesting. That's why I like the. Yeah, even I'm not working in the IT, but I really admire people still staying on the IT. Working, especially people have the IT. Started the IT company. So you are the one. You are the. We in the Montreal Chinese IT this small community. We have several guys have their own IT company, right? Only a very few, right? Most people working a company but not having their own.
Because
Very few.
Because most of the people already get a high salary.
Yeah, good.
They don't have to do that.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good one. Actually, it's a good market for IT professionals right now. Is the programs right now, they are paid really well right now.
Yeah. Why to take the risk to do different things and challenges?
But you have I think it's not because you cannot find a nice job. It's because you always want a business. Some people, they really adventurous. They really want to have a goal, have the ideas. I think you are entrepreneur.
I think so.
Because you had like in China, you had a language training school. You always wanted a business. It's a risky business, but you always wanted one. So it's a quality. You are willing to take the risk because there's no guarantee at all. Sometimes you may lose money instead of making money, because when you work for a company, you always make money, stable income. Every 2 weeks you get a check, or every week you get a check. And the worst case, you don't have the check, you are not losing money. But having a business, you lose money if you don't do well, right? You lose money.
You know what? I did think about to go back go back to the workforce at the front line.
What time you were thinking of that? What year?
A few years ago, when the business is not good, it was not good. I thought if I could go back to the workforce to restart, but things change.
So you got good business?
You know what? You cannot go back. Sometimes you make a big decision.
Yeah.
It's hard for you to really go back. If you were thinking in that way, you imagine that you can go back.
But with your experience and your skills, I guess you can really get a good salary anywhere.
Yes, I can. I believe I was suitable for programming things, but you spend much energy on business, and your thinking changed. The way you thinking changed.
But like in the 2015, prior to that year, you're working freelance. You get a good feel of the business model. You were thinking providing IT services to some small companies or medium-sized company, and you probably were a little bit confident already, right? Because you knew, okay, if I gather several people and then we provide their services to some companies, every year we have, let's say, 10 companies. Each of them give a certain amount of money, which probably would be good for that year at least. So that time, I guess you're going to a business, opening a company, so you must be confident, right? So
actually, I was developing a commercial platform.
Oh, so you had a product already, kind of product already. So you at least you thought that product will kind of keep your company.
I ran a small studio, and hired some people to work with me to do development things for platform. So because we did some investigation marketing in
Yeah,
Montreal.
to see
so
how it was.
yeah,
Yeah, the
and
market.
yeah.
Have to feel the water to feel like how it's going, like what's the market like. But like 2015, you had the corporation, right? You had the start a corporation
yeah.
company. But like what, like it went well right away, or like it was struggling at the beginning. Was your business like 2015, 2016? Was that really well?
Fortunately, I've got positive balance in the balance sheet for
Okay.
first year. It was good. Well, my friend helped me a lot.
Yeah.
They refer me to their customers
Okay.
and give me some offers. I mean the orders so that I can sustain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but like, did you have challenging time, like to
Yeah.
say like less income for the business, or like all the time, like 6 years from 2015 to now, all the time was okay, or you did not have any big challenge once you
Actually, I prepare. I do the second business at the same time for safe. You know, if one of the business doesn't,
What is the second business? Like,
the second business is the education service, the vocational service,
oh yeah,
vocational
that's
training service.
yeah, that's the last time we were talking about that, right? Last time I met you, you were doing the training classes for the IT stuff. Some people want to start in the IT professional, right? As an IT professional, how
Yeah.
did that go? Are you still doing that, or
Yeah, all the time.
still
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, still today.
Okay,
And that incomes get much.
that's stable income. That should be
That's stable.
stable income.
Yeah.
Not too much cost.
Not too much cost, and it costs a lot of time.
Is the Dr. Xiong, Dr. the Nie博士 is still there, or is it? I remember like you have a
He helped me a lot.
yeah. It's the Nie, right?
Nie.
聂博士, yeah.
Yeah.
So still with you, working with you.
We usually exchange our ideas, and
I remember
if I need help, he was, and he can show up immediately.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
guess 3 years
I
ago
appreciated that.
Yeah, he was giving a presentation about data scientist, right? Data scientist. He one time was doing the big data thing.
That's his field.
Yeah, big data skill.
We are we collaborate with each other. Yeah, I'm in charge of the operation because he did not have much time on operation, so I take care of that field things, and he just focus on the content and the lecture.
So the training, the vocational training, is still going on, and that's very stable. So, but is that under the same company? Not the same, not under the same company.
The same company, because I registered three major business.
Okay.
Yeah, under the name.
Under the same company, same corporation.
So I provide public service training service.
Okay.
So this is one our major business.
Okay.
Yeah.
The training. Okay, great. That's really smart, because the training always stable, like especially. But during the pandemic, will that be impacted, right, or a little bit?
We transfer our training service online. So,
but we have less Chinese immigrants in the past year, right? So that were all the existing immigrants. They try to be in the IT field, or you have less people, right? Or less, at least the resources more.
it's a stable.
It's kind of stable.
It is kind of stable because we served for all aged people.
Okay.
All aged people, including
kids, right?
Yeah, including kids, high school student, college student, as well as adult.
Yeah. What do you train? The Java or the QA or the Python? Python is very popular.
Yeah, it depends on what is the popular technology required by the industry. And every year or every annual year,
Yeah.
we do several investigation. We can do several research
Yeah.
on the job market.
Okay. Okay.
So which basic technology is really hot. So we would like to change our outline and the strategy.
And also, your training is not in Chinese language; it's in English, right? Your training class. Is
Yeah,
that
in some class in Chinese, some class in
Mhm.
English or in English without any
That's
without
so. You
any
have the
translation.
students maybe may come from like any background, any country, right?
Yeah,
You have students from other countries as well, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's amazing. You kind of really smart. There's a yeah. I think the training because I remember another like Chinese guy was doing the training class, but he's not doing anymore, right? I guess
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Mr. Cao is doing. They had the training class as well.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I have no information about
yeah.
that.
Probably you are on. I probably is doing with crypto right now. He's doing his own business.
He's running a big
Yeah,
business.
big business, very
I don't think he have enough
enough.
extra energy and time
Exactly.
on
That's
that.
why I
Yeah.
suspect maybe this training is like finished.
He's a capable guy.
Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah,
talented,
yeah.
crazy guy. He's
Capable guy. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
he's doing really well, I believe. So the training probably for our small circle, I guess you are the only one doing the training, IT training right now.
Yeah,
Probably.
you know what? I have.
But you are very low profile. You don't because in the our WeChat group you don't talk.
Yeah, I was.
But a lot of people they
I
know
was.
you.
I
I
was
get
silent.
yeah.
Yeah, I am silent
But
because.
all of them, a lot of people
Yeah,
working IT, they know you
yeah,
because some of them get trained in your
yeah,
company.
yeah. Okay. Really?
Yeah, I guess a lot of your students, a lot of them probably in the group as well, in the WeChat group.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. So that's why I think it's you're very focused. It's like in the not very often you see right now it's the hot money market. A lot of people like if they're like super smart or like they have influence, everybody wants to jump into the cryptocurrency, the business
Mm-hmm,
crypto,
yeah.
the blockchain.
Yeah.
When you start a company, you start blockchain. You see like the mutual friend we have in the IT, Montreal IT, the Chinese guys, like capable, very talented. A lot of them you see a lot of them right now they are doing the blockchain because that's how blockchain is the future, but it's a quick money as well. If you have your
Yeah.
digital currency, you have your own. You see, we know recently, right? One of our friends, he has his own digital currency, and then probably he will get super rich really fast. It's not really often see like what you are doing is always in your field. Always doing the same thing in your
Well,
field.
training people for their needs.
Training people and providing IT services to companies.
I really like to focus on the young learners. And I enjoy myself in that field. Because young people a desire to learn. They desire to learn.
Yeah.
They like a white paper.
Yeah.
They follow you and really with a pure heart. This I think this is the key things for IT guys. You have to get rid of all the other noise.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think because as an elder, you have to think of how to raising a family,
Yeah.
how to take care of your kid, how to do this, how to do that, how to make a living for sustain. So as for young learners, they're assistant. They're full-time student. They can calm down and concentrate on what they learn. Once they get they make big progress, a big improvement. I feel happy, real happy.
But you see, what is this right now? IT is going. It's crazy right now. Like what we have, like the C language, C++. Right now, it's everything is a frame. Whatever
Mhm.
like you have whatever, like you quickly put something, everything like is ready. Like you can borrow like a library, whatever the terms, like it's a framework, and you set up things really quickly right now.
Yeah.
And with all this like IT trend, what will be the next for them to learn? They as they do the copy paste will be okay or like crazy. Everything is available there, like on the internet, and the framework is already there. You just set up a little bit, and it's looking like the whatever the AI or something. You can build a system really quick, and somebody having the system, you build something, and then one day, few months later, some other company or a group of people they develop another new system, and make it easy, very easy, super fast to deploy. And so, what is that going to like? It will be like the AI or the blockchain. Even the blockchain is very readily available to any developer, right? So you have one guy, two guys, or a group of people. They say, okay, I have this blockchain already. Like everything is like super fast, and then everything available to not to me, to people know the IT thing, to the programming, so they can like the blockchain. So everybody has the blockchain. You can start a digital currency, and very quickly, and then you don't know next day, tomorrow, what kind of technology will be available. So what people are learning right now, the young people or the professionals, IT, what are they learning right now? Even the Python is not a system, right? I guess if the I don't know, it could be what are they, they what kind of stuff they're learning for the people in this field.
So it depends. For in my opinion, for young learners, they has to form a habit, the good habit in thinking in engineering, thinking as an expert, thinking in professional way. So this is the key things for young learners to get start. No matter what language they learn, I don't recommend they start with advanced technology, like to do some framework things, to develop complicated applications. But we have to focus on the basic, the fundamentals. So for example, every year many college students apply for the internship position at my company, and I just asked some questions about Java and Python. So 90% of them cannot answer the difference between what is object-oriented programming language and the procedural-oriented language. So what's the difference? They said that the same. If they were a master, they said the same. I agree, but I don't think a newbie. Sorry, I don't think that the student just graduates and know much things about the language on the line. So which means on campus they just learn the language by themselves and without thinking too much. They cannot understand the essential things, the core things. So that which means they cannot probably they cannot go further. I don't mean that they cannot go further. I just mean that in the short time, they cannot go further. Well, so for the young learners, before the college level, they have enough time. They have enough time to learn from very beginning, and spend much time on the basic things, and they can realize the core things, why it is important, how I can do in the right way, and at that time they can during the practice they can form the correct a good habit. For example, people don't like to write comments, right?
Yeah.
So many of our students don't like to write comments. This is not good
Yeah,
habit.
exactly.
Yeah.
So for the people who takes over your codes will be crazy. No comments and
Yeah, usually at campus, on campus, if you can submit your project or homework, as long as you figure out with the correct answer, it's okay. You get 100%. But in workforce, is that enough? Do you think is
yeah, you have
is
to
that enough?
the documentation, the comments on the
So what if your colleague quit in some day, and your supervisor assigned that job to you? What happens?
Yeah.
What would happen to you? There is no comment.
No comments for the codes. Yeah.
Yeah, and you have deadline to submit your work.
It's a habit. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
a good.
So in addition to the in basic knowledge, I put that engineering thinking and value and habits for formation into our special training programs.
Yeah, but though, like all this, like the new language, like what is the Go language? It's that popular as well. I always.
It's a high performance. Yeah, yeah. I think Go language is.
Who's doing this kind of stuff? It's really weird. Once in a while, you have a new language come out. You have a new framework come out. Like who's doing that kind of stuff? Who's developing this kind of language or framework? Like you have a new Go language, other language or framework. Some organizations they do this to improve the efficiency or improve the coding. That's kind of interesting. All this the business, all these professionals, IT professionals, they come up with a new language or something.
Because I know some language was initially invented by a particular person, right? And some of them was thrown into the community, and the whole community
They like it.
whole community to take the responsibility to evolve it, to upgrade it, to make it further, and some was put into a professional community.
Okay.
Committee, sorry, committee.
Committee, yeah.
Yeah.
To be in charge of the versions, whatever the problems.
For example, the Java language. How does Java language get upgraded by version? Well, so the expert was divided into some group, and they submit the request to change. So once the request was approved, and it will be added to the new version.
Okay, yeah, group or committee. But what
so that makes the version change.
Okay. This back to this Go language that's very recent, right?
Yeah, it's a new language that I do not know much about that language, but I know a little.
And a lot of is that used on the blockchain or something? The blockchain, what kind of that stuff? It's what language you use to do that blockchain? Still C or something? I guess C is still a foundation of a lot of basic stuff.
C, I don't think C can do that.
But what is that blockchain is realized on what language? It has to be done by a language, right?
I guess C++ and other related language. So you have to ask the expert in that field.
It's crazy right now. It's everything on the blockchain. Everything is blockchain, and that's like even the big data right now. People are not talking about big data anymore. It's AI and blockchain, right? Big data is kind of in the past or something. Big data.
Yeah, I know.
It's still popular. Not so many topics anymore, right? People are not talking about big data that much, right?
It is still a hot topic.
I thought it was AI and blockchain.
Because some of the AI technology is based on the big data. It's a data-driven technology.
Doing the mining on the back end.
They extracted the hidden pattern
Yeah.
in data.
Yeah, and also this blockchain, it looks like if happening right now, looks like people they try to a lot of industry they try to take advantage of the blockchain to kind of its credibility. Looks like to resolve the credibility issues. Like if you put on the chain and nobody can change it, right? So it's like a notary business. Like the whole notary business is based on the trust of like we do the transaction, the notary office or notary just saying, okay, I approve this change, right? I approve this transaction.
You know, there is a related technology to blockchain. There is the which is so-called NFT. NFT, NFT is actually a certificate that declare you have the ownership of the virtual things.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, NFT is the big, but it's not a blockchain technology. It's a
blockchain related.
It's not based on blockchain.
It's not.
I thought the same thing.
But it's based on the blockchain.
Yeah. Oh, it is based on the.
It's based on the blockchain. The blockchain can be taken as the infrastructure for it.
Yeah. It's a big business for the NFT though. Even they sell, you have the right of this picture, but you don't own the picture. But somehow this picture you witness, even you witness or holding this picture or like having this picture, you can have a NFT certificate of this image, right? This picture.
You know, there was a big news recently. Facebook changed its name to Meta.
Meta Universe.
Yeah, Metaverse.
Yeah, Metaverse. Yeah.
Metaverse. And Facebook is downgraded, and which is taken as the sub business under the Metaverse.
Okay.
So that
what is 元宇宙? Is this the 元宇宙? What is 元宇宙? Like in Chinese, I saw the 3 characters 元宇宙.
Yeah.
In English is matter
and a universe is a combination of a matter universe metaverse.
Metaverse. That's called 元宇宙. Although the 元宇宙 in Chinese, it means the metaverse, like a Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
Same thing?
Same thing.
Okay, so
metaverse is actually a virtual world which is the parallel things to the real world. So the big guys create a virtual world. So that's why I mentioned NFT.
But I don't feel anything change right now. After they changed the name, I don't. For me myself, I don't see any change at all. Like Facebook is still Facebook. And this metaverse is something I just don't know. Like,
and Facebook, Instagram, is the WhatsApps and other related business is owned by Facebook company, the previous name.
But if the metaverse is a new trend or new kind of architecture of a virtual universe, but how about the other big guys like Google? Do they have the same kind of structure?
They are circling the land. The big company, the big guys, the giant.
But that's the Facebook we are talking about. How about Google? What Google does about the? Do they have similar idea or the Microsoft?
They do have a similar idea. I believe that because they, you know what, the metaverse means too much to feature. It's related to everybody because
that's kind of true. You know, it's not real. It doesn't sound like real. Like why everybody is talking about this, I don't get it. I don't understand why people. It's not an invention. It's not a. It's kind of a name change. But what kind of this virtual thing? What is that?
So the giants are doing big things right now.
Yeah.
They create a virtual world, but the virtual world just for entertainment means nothing, right?
Yeah.
However, they put our real work into their virtual world. Means that you can earn money.
What time is it? It's 1:17.
1:17.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I thought because that clock is 2:17. Yeah. I did not change the time. That's why I was worried. Yeah. But what? So they put the information from Facebook, whatever, to that virtual world. But what does it do? Is affecting. It's not affecting us. Is that affecting us?
I believe that the big company will drive the ordinary people, all average people, into that virtual world to work. So you can work, really work in the virtual world, and you can make money. So how to support the exchange happen? So
But if
you,
we don't, if
you
we
need,
don't follow the lead, that's okay. If we don't follow their steps, so they have their own world, but we're not part of it. Probably they're gonna fail. Like
but who knows?
what is that? The Facebook tried the cryptocurrency, what, liberal, the liberal currency, right?
Liberal,
Libra, right?
liberal.
Yeah, they tried the Libra, but it failed, right? Nobody talked at the beginning. Everybody talked about Libra. You know that
Liberal. That's the old. That's the
yeah, exactly. The digital currency. They
the
tried to
old.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's failed, right? I think it failed because nobody talking about that anymore.
I have to say it is not
Not successful. Yeah.
not as successful as expected right now. But who knows in future? Because the Facebook has ability to integrate their currency system, virtual currency system, to that metaverse, into the.
But if we're not part of, if a lot of people are not part of that virtual universe, that means it's nothing. It's just like a dark space in the internet. Nobody knows, and nobody even cared. Like a Google Plus, look at like Google Plus, and they tried the social media. It failed miserably. Nobody at the beginning. You have circle, right? You have Facebook friends group, and then you have Google. They call Google Circle, and then create. You have one circle, two circle, and they have 5 rings. Will be Olympics, and they have a lot of ring circles.
It must
but they
be
failed.
true. Yeah, it must be true that the big giants fight with each other to circle the land in the virtual world. So you know what? If you get yourself into one of the virtual world, how about your friends? How about your friends? You want to be living with your friends around you in the same virtual world, Zoe, right?
Yeah, that's
So
the thing.
so that they fight each other.
Yeah, the problem. Yeah, that's the thing. I think the metaverse. I guess in the stock market they changed the metaverse as well. A lot of people think their stock price went up a lot, right? Is that? Yeah, it's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's crazy. A lot of people talking about this universe. So, metaverse. That's. But if like, Facebook is really crazy. They try a lot of this kind of stuff, but people they're buying it because a lot of people are talking about like. I don't know. It's I just heard that Chinese character like Chinese word universe. It's crazy.
So let's go and see how it will be. Let's go and see. Who knows? But actually, blockchain, back to blockchain is really a key technology in the future. Yeah. It will change over much.
At the beginning, people were really, even including myself, was really suspicious of the blockchain. Everybody was doing the cryptocurrency. Right now, it looks like it's a trend now. Seriously, like it's happening, I guess.
Well, most of the people get familiar with the concept of a blockchain, decentralized things.
Yeah.
So people will have chances to get into the real world because there has to be a good environment, a good timing to get people into that world. So it's not the right time at the moment. Then they have to do a lot of things to make preparation and training, advertising to make people understand, to let people understand the concept, because people don't know that things and has they panic to get into that world. So that they have to build up every infrastructure component to make you get ready to do that.
But for the blockchain, if the the cryptocurrency is widely used by a lot of people, ordinary people, that's going to challenge a lot of. That will help Facebook, the metaverse, because they need a currency, right? Need the digital currency, the crypto. So they would hope more and more people are going to accept the cryptocurrency.
Yes.
So if cryptocurrency widely available to a lot of people, that would be really interesting. So the virtual universe people they are talking about, that could be a reality, because you don't need to pay them by e-transfer. You don't pay them by Canadian dollars or US dollars. You pay them by Bitcoin or whatever other cryptocurrency there.
Yeah, maybe that is acceptable. The currency could be used in the virtual world.
Yeah, exactly. That's the scary thing, and then it's backed by computing power.
Yeah,
and
two things make exchange possible. The first is the virtual currency. The other is NFT, the certification. The certification is a signature that you declare the ownership of that virtual item.
So the notary will become that's really like it's kind of proof that's authentic, right? Prove the ownership, the certificate.
They can be take place, but notary will not disappear. They can be changed to another form.
Yeah, but this virtual thing is really crazy, because like if you have this ownership, like proved by this certificate on the NFT, is the NFT, right?
Yeah, NFT.
But this thing is available to everybody, to public, right? To have the credibility, everybody can see this NFT, right? The proof.
Yes, actually, everybody has this ledger.
Yeah, that's the problem. When everybody has a ledger on the ledger, or if everybody can see, so that means transaction is public.
Yeah, transaction is legal in the public.
That's the problem. Sometimes if I pay you money, I don't want that transaction be public. How that will be have the really basic conflict to the nature of transactions. Some transactions you don't want to be public.
Yeah, that's true.
That would, even for the cryptocurrency, right? If you have one wallet, transfer a certain amount of money to another wallet, another address. So even you can have a lot of addresses, make it a little bit difficult to track back to you. But if you analyze all these transactions related to this wallet, and this wallet transfer some money to another wallet address, so somehow they can map out who's behind what. So if all these transactions are public information, that could be a big problem as well for the society, because a lot of transactions you just don't want people to know. Because, for example, when the people want to manipulate the currency value, so we have some people. It's happening. I guess happening right now for some cryptocurrency. A lot of people, let's put millions of dollars. Let's push up this price, and then for this specific currency, a group of 10 people, everybody buying a lot of and push up the price like 5 times within 24 hours.
Manipulate the
exactly. And when the price went up a lot of people catch a lot of people attention to see, oh, this cryptocurrency is crazy, so everybody buying, and then they sell with much higher price. When they sell, like quietly, they sell. A lot of other people they bought at a higher price, and then the original group of people they sold their stuff and then make a lot of money. And then if all these transactions, the behaviors, the transactions they made, somebody dig up the information, can relate all those, correlate those kind of transactions, they can figure out exactly what wallet address those addresses did that. So that public information, and then when you dig that, doing all these connections, you can find which wallet did that. So this information sometimes they don't want to be discovered. But somehow, if it's public, all these transactions, it's gonna be public. So people are gonna find out they can relate, they can find out the people in the real life as well. Sometimes which computer, from IP address, from where, and then this wallet, the behavior, transactions of this wallet address, and that wallet address, they all will be public. Somehow, if you dig deep enough, you're gonna find this person in real life. That would be the problem, fundamentally.
Yes, and it's also a big challenge for the big company to think about. I think they try everything, every means to solve that problem that you like what you mentioned.
Yeah, but keep it in secrecy is a problem as well. But if you expose everything in public, that would be another problem. So there's a lot of gray area. The society itself, by nature, if some people are doing some illegal stuff, they just don't want to be found out. Like they buy drugs, they buy prostitution, they don't want to be found out. But somehow, if they pay by cryptocurrency, they thought it's safe, but somehow they can find all this information back to you. Like this, you are the senator, and you did pay a prostitution by cryptocurrency. They can link you to your real life. That ruin your like the whole career. You know, it's this.
I think it's the same thing like the real world.
Because
the problem existing is already there, and it must be happen. It might be happen.
No, but if you pay by cash, it's different. If you pay cash, nobody recording it, gone. That transaction only known by two people. But the problem is like this annotated or whatever the cash transaction in the crypto world, that will be recorded on the ledger. That would be problem.
But how to make the NFT changed under your name if you go around?
Yeah, but one day you use this address to do this transaction. The same you receive or send out, the same wallet address, you're gonna use it to other things, and then you're gonna put the same transfer the money fund to your main wallet, and then the main wallet one day you're gonna go back to a bank account to take out the cash, or you're doing other stuff. They're gonna relate to you if it's public. But if it's absolute public, the ledger, and everybody can have the ability to look into that transaction. That would be like everything transparent. That's scary too.
Yeah,
that's really scary, because some stuff in the society you just don't want to know these people did what, like the history of transactions. That's crazy. That would be, I don't know. That could be the shortcome of this system. It's really scary, because every transaction you buy anything would be like, if somebody want to find this account history, and they can know exactly what you bought in all the history, like your purchase history and your interaction financially with like anything, even worse than today. Like when you use the credit card, you buy all this kind of stuff online. And
I think problems always where just to take a look at the Visa system, the credit card system. So there are so many fraud cases there, but you cannot refuse to use Visa system or a credit card system. So that will be the same as there would be the same, which could be happen in the. So you don't worry about that.
And also the ransom, but you see, also they use the cryptocurrency to ransom, to ask for the ransom money. But how they should be able to track the wallet address to, for example, they ask, okay, send the money like $1 million to this address, but this address they have this $1 million in this cryptocurrency. They're gonna send out some other addresses at the end. Somebody gonna need that money, right? The bad guy. But somehow, if they follow the thing, they're gonna find out who at the end who own the wallet address. That wallet address, either they access it through computer or cell phone, or the everything on the IP network. If you're on the internet IP network, if you have the jurisdiction to go to that small village in some other country, if you have the authority, jurisdiction, you find that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, you're gonna find that.
Yeah.
If you connect to the network, you have to connect through somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So by theory, the guy who did the ransom through the cryptocurrency, they probably should be caught.
Yeah.
That's more dangerous than asking for cash.
There would be much challenge.
It's only the.
I don't think
But if
people
you
get ready to that.
yeah, but
Yeah.
if you have a global like financial system with this based on this cryptocurrency, you have to have a jurisdiction, like you have a global kind of government. They can go really some bad thing happen, like this guy kidnapped somebody, asked for the ransom, and you can locate the IP address, the entry point of the internet to that kind of city or the village, or you have to have the jurisdiction
Yeah.
to go there to find. Otherwise, that would be a heaven for a crime as well. It's a so the time may not be ready for this kind of crazy stuff. Even the virtual world, you know, the money gonna flow for sure. From one address to another, but the problem is, how about I want a refund? The service is really bad. I want to take the money back. All the money is bad transaction. So you have to be able to enforce the rules. That would be a big challenge. So maybe the world is not ready. Like the internet is a system is not ready yet. The internet means
Yes.
you connect to everybody, but somehow in reality you have cut the border of countries. I can send you money to different country, but the problem is these two countries, they are at a war. They don't like each other. They have a border.
They're under control. Actually.
Yeah, exactly. Every country, they are not connected. They have a war between the border war between the two countries, but somehow the internet information is free to flow. That's a contradicting by its nature. The internet is supposed to connect everybody in the world as long as you have connection, but you have countries to separate them. So people cannot go freely. You send the money to another country, but as a person, you cannot go to that country. You need to have a visa. You need to have, maybe they don't like you, they don't give you a visa. So that's the thing, like the same idea. The internet is premature because you have to have the politically unified or politically global. It's not global right now.
So do you think the government would let it happen?
I think the cryptocurrency is really dangerous to governments. So the decentralized financial system is a crazy idea. It looks like anarchy system.
Yeah.
No government. That is very dangerous to the central government. Like even United States. Imagine if all the other countries, they use the Bitcoin as a reserve, national reserve.
Yeah.
So there's no US dollars anymore. So they cannot print money. They cannot print a lot of US dollars to devalue, to put their own debt to all other countries.
That would be out of control for them.
Exactly.
So,
One day, if you grow like cryptocurrency, if they grow out of control, everybody using cryptocurrency, I guess United States, the federal government gonna crack it down because the US dollar will lose the dominant currency status. They right now the only thing they matter is they are the reserve currency of all other countries.
So there are two possibilities. The first is the government cannot control it and make it happen, and the other option is to government interfere and play the key role into the system.
Exactly, because they need right now. That's the programs they rule, right? The whole blockchain thing is nobody have the superpower on this currency. The credibility is from the whole nodes of the computing power. So nobody is playing a central role. That's the beauty of this whole thing. But other side, nobody can control it. But the government wants to control everything.
Yeah.
If they cannot control, who's US dollars? So right now the United States, every year they have a lot of current deficit. They have trillions of deficit. They're gonna pay the interest. If the interest is 1%, they cannot pay the debt. They cannot pay the interest even.
Yeah.
So the only thing they pay the interest, they print more money. Okay, they print $1 trillion to give you. Okay, I print $1 trillion US dollars to pay the interest and the debt. That's the only way they can survive.
Yeah.
Because they're. But if nobody using their US dollars, and they're gonna pay the real debt, and they're gonna if you print like a trillion US dollars, and your value will go under less, and then you're gonna pay more. They're gonna bankrupt. That would be really dangerous to United States for this currency thing.
Yes.
It's amazing, but other countries as well, like a lot of other countries, they don't like this idea as well, because this money, they can flow out of their financial control easily. As long as a network, and you can just send out the money to another country, to the country you don't know. You don't have control. That's scary as well.
Yes, they're worried about that.
Yeah, a lot of countries, they are worried about this, because naturally you are against the system.
Yes.
You're against the existing system, but you never know. One day they could government, they can unite together to say, look, let's shut down this system. They can they cannot shut down the system, but they can, by law, they can forbid the financial institutions, banks, to deal with you. So your money, crypto money, only existing in the virtual world.
I think the key thing is decentralized. Yeah. If you cut down the system, you just cut off you from the world. Mm. So the decentralized, I think, will be very, very critical. So it's not like the system we're running. Yeah. So for example, the domain name system. Yeah. The domain name system has about 13 root server in the world, and most of them are controlled on the United States. Yeah. But what if they cut down or cut off the root server? When something happened, would it happen? Would they do that? I cannot imagine that. But for the virtual world, if you cut down your system, your subsystem, you just cut yourself from the whole world.
The virtual system is crazy.
So that is a new topic for people in new century. Yeah.
But all these networks, all these programmings, all this blockchain tech, they are developed by the programmers. That's why they are super powerful right now. But you never know, like when you are powerful enough, the virtual world is so powerful to challenge the existing system. Some people, they're gonna create some policies to restrict you, because you're gonna be if you are small, you are not a challenger to their system. But if you're growing bigger and bigger, and then they will see the threat. It will be a real threat. And also, it's, as I said, the public transaction records on the ledger. That's a problem itself by design, because your credibility is based on the transparency, right? Because everything is transparent, and you have every transaction on the ledger. And nobody can out it, nobody can change it. That's the beauty, the credibility. But the same thing, sometimes you cannot be transparent. For example, they say, like when you run an election system, United States, they elect a president. For the technical guys, engineers, they will say, let's put on the blockchain. Actually, that would be a great idea, right? You vote on the blockchain. Every vote will be registered on the blockchain. Nobody can change, right? It will be fair, and it will be nobody gonna raise question, right? Because it's everybody there's no room to cheat, right? But the problem also exists. Your vote for this candidate or that candidate is on the public record as well. That means it's supposed to be a secret to yourself who you voted for. right? That would be contradicting as well.
So do you think is that possible for them to build up a extra system like authentication system to make information partially transparent?
That would be the purpose at the beginning. So you cannot get both ways.
Mm, mm.
Your credibility is based on the transparency. The transparency is your own enemy.
So what I mean is that at the first at the beginning phase, everything is transparent, right?
Yeah.
So most of the people get in. So is that possible? My question is that possible for them to add extra plugins or
But who will be the authority? Yeah, that will, you will bring the authority.
Because the government won't interfere. I think that is the
excuse. Yeah, that would be excuse. But the problem, the problem is for you to fix that problem to add a layer of authority. But who will be the authority? The authority, the people say, I don't trust the authority. That would be the central banking system already. So the reason we trust the United States, the US dollars, because there's a Federal Reserve there. So if you bring your note, your money to the bank, they give you they make sure you have the money. You go to a bank, you know, you have $1 million in the banking account. So is somebody approved that, right? It's the banking system, financial system that they prove you have the $1 million, right?
Mm.
But that's the authority. You trust them. You go to any RBC bank, you put your card, you take the money out. That's the trust. The blockchain, the cryptocurrency, there's no bank. Also, there will be a problem like if they, like the robbery, if they know you have a lot of money on the cryptocurrency. If they kidnap you, they torture you, ask for the password, they make you transfer the money to another address, and then it happens, right? You transfer $1 million from one address to another address to their address, and then done.
Mm-hmm.
Who's going to investigate, right?
There'll be another problem about the password.
Yeah.
You know, for the cryptocurrency, the key thing is the password.
Yeah,
if you lost your conscience,
yeah.
So whatever you lost your conscience or you forgot the password, what will happen? How can you claim your asset or
exactly
or
that would be the thing. Like if in the banking system you bring your ID to the bank, okay, you get your account back, right? When you forget, when you die, some people die by car accident, but then
can you transfer your asset, your virtual asset to your kid, to your children?
Also there's a tax issue as well. Mm-hmm. Like before you die, you have $1 million on the cryptocurrency, you transfer to your kids, and in the real life, you need to pay the tax.
Support transferring?
No, it's I mean like before
because
you die.
Everything is under your name.
Yeah, and
not others' name.
Yeah,
everything is based on exchange.
Address. Yeah,
based on exchange.
Yeah, yeah. It's just your address.
Yeah, if your children inherit your asset, how to make it happen?
In the cryptocurrency, there's no such a thing. You just either give them the password or transfer the money to their address. The thing will be, you transfer your money to your kids. Mm-hmm. In real life, you need to pay the inheritance tax.
Oh, yeah.
But in the virtual world, no tax. But if you look at the transactions, the government want to go after you to say you need to pay tax. Mm-hmm. The public ledger, the transaction record will be there. You cannot cheat.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, you will be held accountable for the tax evasion. That would be a crime. So all the thing is the law, it's the policy, everything. The technology is amazing, but the problem is this is a devil. I think it's a new reality. But how to deal with the reality is crazy. Like right now, what's happening in the crypto market is several cryptocurrency, the price within a month went up 10 times, 20 times. some people at the back, they just push the price up. They get a lot of money, and then they dump it, and then a lot of people lost a lot of money, but a lot of people make huge money. They gamble, and also the smart people. If you have a group like this, you probably manipulate the market a lot, and it's a wide world, wide world.
And one more thing, that real world will affect the real world.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, I mean, some people.
So they're not. This is a not isolated system.
Yeah, exactly.
They can affect back to your real.
Yeah, exactly. If you want to be part of the game, you need to pay. You need to use your own money through a financial institution or bank to get into the market. It's your real money you're losing or making. It's the programmers. They create this kind of fantasy world. This is really amazing. The decentralized system is really amazing by ideas.
Yeah.
But this idea,
a great idea,
may not live well with the reality, because reality, you have tax law, you have this income tax, you have this even you don't need to pay the services. The services tax, service tax, or the GST, QST, everything you just the cash, you pay them. But the problem is also it's public. If one day they want to find you, they find you. They find your transaction. It's really crazy. So it's but I think you probably still have some good years before this problem become a real big problem for governments. A lot of governments, I don't think any government are gonna welcome this, because they lose the control. If they don't have the control on the money, on the financial, they just simply don't have control on the people. They just don't have the people live for the money, and if they don't have the control of the financial system, they don't have control on anything. So that's why the government, one day they're gonna say, okay, realize we need to kind of have a stop on this one.
You don't say.
Yeah, it's really crazy. But right now still the power is on the programmers. You can create a lot of great stuff with this. Even a lot of programmers, they make huge amount of money because they are the early adapters of this cryptocurrency. So a lot of people, like the Bitcoin at the 15 years ago, maybe was $1 or few cents. They were only the programs that were doing that. There's not real people, the financial institution put the money in the Bitcoin. Only the maybe 10 years ago, the big guys, they realized, okay, the Bitcoin it's really a real money.
Okay.
Everything even today, a lot of new cryptocurrency are created by programmers. When they really grow into a mainstream currency, the popular ones, and so they make millions of dollars by programmers.
You seem that you think much on that topic. You think much, you know much about that.
Yeah, crypto right now it's crazy. That's why I just kind of what time was maybe last year or this year because another guy in the WeChat group, he started as well. So you can see the whole thing, cryptocurrency was very, very popular the recent years. But that's the blockchain itself, and also we're talking about technology with the AI or the blockchain. Even the AI is crazy too, everything could be controlled by AI one day.
Yeah, AI is another challenge, and we cannot stop them.
Yeah, you cannot. It's people making those systems, and the programmers they always want a better stuff.
Even people know that there is a pit. Even people know that there's a pit. The AI is a pit, and people
they still fall into
still jump into it.
It's very dangerous. Yeah. It's very dangerous. Like Elon Musk always say, AI is very dangerous to people.
Yeah.
But always people doing that, they probably will make it a better system. They always, programmers always make a system better. Like blockchain was invented as well. They just by the theory, it's really amazing. It's the AI, the same thing. But one day you will lose control.
Yeah, there is a real danger things. You know what? There is a lot of companies who produce machine dog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah. It's a robot dog.
Yeah, rubber dog. Oh my god. What if the people, the hacker,
Yeah.
without thinking,
Yeah.
without thinking too much, without ethic,
Yeah.
what would do with the a herd of rubber dog?
Yeah.
What will happen?
Yeah, they can kill a lot of people. And also,
I cannot say that.
that's why it's amazing. Like you being this business for a long time. Really surprised you did not do this crypto thing. With your skills, your team, probably sometime you can do a cryptocurrency as well, crypto blockchain. That's why you stay really focused, I guess. That's really amazing. Because like you being this business long enough, right? A lot of your friends maybe they saying like let's take advantage of the blockchain technology. At least blockchain uh, still right now you can persuade a lot of people to do that, to use this technology to improve this. Even like you buy the, I guess which company they, when you buy the Nike or Adidas shoes, some sneakers, the shoes, sports shoes, like sometimes they use a fake one, right? Have the counter fake ones, the fake one. So they have the ID something. They can use the blockchain to make sure it's authentic.
Oh,
Yeah, a lot of products, seriously. So you can use this technology as long as it's not related to the privacy, your personal information, privacy. Like if it's a product, it's perfect fine. You say this ID, like an NFT thing, like you have a serial ID, and then you put that on the blockchain. So next time you kind of scan this or something, you know it's the only one.
those those are blade with two. You know what I mean? It's a blade, so you can make good use of
Yeah,
that.
two sides
However,
of the sword.
we are at the end, at the edge of that.
Yeah.
So if you don't pay attention to the dangerous nature, you will get off it.
But blockchain itself is good. Like your company as well. Sometimes they can really ask their customers, okay, like a notary business, for example. But notary business, some documentation. If the documentation somehow, if they can block the personal information on the document, privacy information, and then you can authenticate, okay, this document is real by the blockchain. That would be a big usage as well. Big,
Yeah. That's good applications.
yeah,
Good
exactly.
applications.
So, but back to your your company, it's amazing. Still doing the IT services. You know, it's really focused on the IT services.
Thanks.
Yeah, but yeah. What else? So, but how is it doing? How many like do you want to share? Like, how's your business doing right now today? Like, you have roughly how many employees, or like doing customer wise, or it's like doing
Till now, I have served for over 100 classes, over 100 classes in total during these 2 years.
for the training part.
Yeah, training part.
How about the real customer, like the IT services?
IT services is based on the project, but now we cut down the investment on the IT service line
Okay.
because we are focused on our own platform.
Okay.
So the project will. I don't think the project the market for projects will be good for us. Like many platforms already there, and
Okay.
they are running very well, running much better than small companies like us.
Yeah.
So we have to change the way to join the ecosystem, like
Yeah.
I mentioned.
Yeah, Shopify.
So yeah, so I cut down the investment on the solution service.
Okay, so it's happening right now, right? It's
Yes,
happening.
and yeah. Another way, I increased investment in the line of education service,
Okay.
and I put everything into onto the internet.
Okay.
So the key thing for our company is to focus on the traffic.
Okay.
Because in future everything is traffic.
What do you mean the traffic? Traffic means like you have
How-
social media or
The traffic means how many people follows you,
yeah.
how many people subscribe,
Okay.
how many people know you, and you may find an efficient way to maintain it.
Okay.
But that is the traffic.
Okay. But like how? But this traffic is looks for like for social media. But how do you turn this kind of the social media attention into a real customer, like your IT services customers? Like you need to find some companies use your IT services, right?
So you know that the traffic is data actually. If you gain a lot of traffic and data,
Yeah.
and you can make many stories based on it.
Okay.
Okay, for example, you can develop a new business because you have a circle. You already have a user circle, so
Okay.
you can make it happen successfully very easy, and you can share with other collaborators,
Okay.
and you can sell your shares, and you can develop new things
Okay.
based on the traffic. You know.
So the traffic you have a YouTube channel or you have the Instagram or something like this or Facebook page or something?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
So I have several YouTube channel.
Okay.
So we're trying to find which channel is good for us,
Okay.
and in on different topics.
Okay.
For example, life cycle, gain, technical training, and information sharing.
Okay, you do
And
change
freestyle.
you're changing your focus as well, right? On
Yeah.
the IT services, like, that's interesting. That's good. Be a good change.
Not big change, just to change the model.
Okay, okay,
Just to change the way I run it, because you can gain new customers and new followers, subscribers from the internet. Because if you do not put your business online, you just to do offline,
yeah.
there would be not good.
Okay.
For
But the
future.
at the beginning, my understanding was your business is mainly on the offline because like you have a company in Montreal, like they need IT services, either they are a shoe store or they are kind of for example the gym. Sometimes the gym they kind of the system website whatever the system they use that's offline customers. That's I thought like you can really get like every month they pay you like $1,000. You take out the IT services they have. That's I thought was your business model at the beginning. So
Yes, that's true. But I found that business model is not good for
to support
present,
your company.
for present situation, because everybody changed.
Yeah, and also
You know.
during the pandemic, a lot of business they closed already. So
Yeah.
they themselves they are barely surviving.
Yeah, exactly. And in other way, the COVID-19 drives a lot of business change.
Yeah.
We are included in that. Yeah. So before that, we have a lot of offline class in city.
Yeah.
So we closed up.
Yeah.
We
But
have
you did not have rent, right? Did you rent any space?
Yeah, I rent.
So you still pay for that?
Yeah,
So
I
you
still pay for that.
That's kind
I
of
still pay for
tough.
that, but I closed as many as classes I can. I transfer I transfer the training service online.
Yeah.
You know what? There is a big problem with my previous business model, because even people know you.
Yeah.
They have to travel far away from their home.
From the
Even
home.
in the winter, they don't want to drive 1 or 2 hours to.
You're gonna
to take
transfer.
1 hour.
You're gonna transition to online anyway.
Exactly.
Right? That's true though.
And there is no border for for the province, so my business can go out of Quebec.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I did not think of that. Yeah. That means like the COVID is having a big impact on your business as well. Like the restaurant business as well. We are impacted a lot.
So actually, it put off
Yeah.
geography.
Geography.
Geographic board, the barrier.
Yeah. But also, but when the pandemic is over, probably you're gonna pick up those kind of traditional customers again, right?
Not really. Not really, because that takes up much of our revenue.
Yeah. Okay. But right now the main revenue were coming from training, I guess. From
The online service,
online
service, including training and online service for the IT service providing.
So that's you don't include the customer side. You maintain their website, you maintain the software system, right, through online.
So little chances for us to continue to provide a customizable project or solution. We do have a library of component,
Okay.
so we can integrate it internally to cut it for our customers' needs. So everything is basic
Okay.
on the standard component.
Okay.
Okay.
That's,
And we will enhance on the enhance on the customer service and pay much attention, pay much energy and fund into on their customer training. Yeah.
That's still amazing, man. You are in this environment. It's a little bit tough for you guys as well. So you still on this business in this business. That's amazing. Seriously.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's like. Do you have any? You don't have any customers from restaurant, right?
I did have one or two of them.
Yeah, restaurant they don't have a lot of profit to a lot of money to spend on the IT thing.
Yeah, I realized. I recall.
Unless it's
I built up. Yes, I do build up 2 or 3 websites for a restaurant owner many years ago.
Okay. But that was tiny project, right?
Yeah,
Probably for the restaurant. For me, for example, I was thinking about maybe the inventory and then integrate the POS system, the sales system, and then to a database. To right now, the one we use already have, but it's not very friendly to have all the. They have their own report, but it's not very practical with our really daily operation. But then if I want that to have all the insights to the data, to the sales, to the items, that I have to customize a lot of stuff. That's which is so expensive for a small restaurant to afford to spend that money.
Did you do the data analysis based on the system data? Not really?
I would like, to be honest, if I have all data, that would be amazing. That would put, say, like, for example, this item, maybe every week only 5 orders, and some item 204 orders. So you can adjust, like you will know exactly what item on the menu, they are popular or not popular. So you can adjust. So that's very important, but we're not there yet. You have to have a lot of money to invest in those kind of features. So it's almost not possible, not worth it. Sometimes you just guess. You don't have the real data. I just don't have.
Do you attempt to gather users' experience and feedback? You intended to do so. Did you? Is that true?
I tried, but everything has a cost. It's for example, it's the software. If we have a user-friendly software, like on a tablet or whatever, or on a website, so very easy for customer to say, I like this item, I like the experience. They can rate the experience, whatever, on our own, like very easy for them. If you need them 2 clicks, they don't do that. They won't do that. If you make it very simple for them, so ask them to do the input, the information, that would be really helpful. But the problem is you have to have that system ready, the software.
Have you ever think thought that you can make some revenue by talking with your customer?
That one will be the podcast we are doing right now,
Uh,
but there will be no revenue. But the problem is the thing I focus on right now on the social media as well. So after this, you can send me your website, also the YouTube channel information
yeah,
sent to me,
thanks.
and we will see, because for the restaurant business, it's very old business. So the social media is the new kind of stuff, for at least for me. I want to, like, the conversation like today is all technical, all IT. But
Yeah.
because like both of us from computer science, the background, actually the same year. So like we talk about this social media thing is like tell people a story. Living in Montreal, like experience. This I don't expect we generate a lot of traffic at all, because it's super long, super boring, but it's very real. And even a lot of opinions like about the cryptocurrency, the blockchain, AI could be very wrong, right? But it's our opinion. It's real. It's true. But this kind of stuff, the video Eat with the Owner is super long. It's boring, and I don't expect a lot of people gonna watch this at all, to be honest. But it's a story we share. It's like the immigrant story, like your story. We did not chat a lot before, but you are really low profile. You know, you don't.
I'm quiet.
Yeah, you're quiet, but you are doing things amazing, to be honest.
Thank
because
you.
not so many people there, especially with your skills, experiencing the IT, they are willing to stay focused with what they are doing, because everybody will look for quick money, to quick, like right now the program, they can make quick money by be part of the cryptocurrency business, because we are still on the early stage of that adapting. So people still adoption. So people like early adopter, and then the middle, and then the later adopters, like followers, they're gonna be a problem. But the earlier adopters, they adopt this trend, they're gonna benefit. So it's kind of a crazy market right now, crazy for the IT guys, especially for the program. They see all this information, all opportunities. It will be really difficult for them to sit and wait, do whatever they are doing right now. It's very, very tempting for, especially you have a team, right? Right now, anybody with a team, with the IT team, they can do a lot of interesting things.
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, you have three guys, probably you can have a good team, and you can write a white paper, right? You have, as long as you have a white paper, and you can find some fund, and then you kind of have your blockchain thing, and then you can start a good company, and then attract some attentions, and then but like focus on IT services and the training. It's really interesting, but the financially may not be that rewarding, right? The financially, like probably you struggle, I struggle. We all like not like making a huge amount of money.
Actually, I do not make big money. I just try to struggle for my family and my friends and employees around me. I have to take the responsibility for thinking for their opportunities and think the way they want to go, and prepare everything for them, because they help me, I help them. I never take them as employee. I take them as my friend.
As long as you I guess use your knowledge, use your skills, and to provide services for some people, some companies, we will be fine. We provide services, and you train people, either the adults or the young kids, or the people they want to get into the IT field, to be a part of a QA tester, or the Java developer, or whatever. Just as long as you provide the services, and we will be fine.
To be honest, I take that as one of my mission. One day, I think I have a little professional experience. Why not transfer our experience to the young guys?
Yeah.
And they need to and they really need that. Sometimes they cannot gain the basic idea on campus because people don't think too much. After that, people know a lot of things when finished, right? So before that, we tell them what would happen, what things goes on could be, so they have another chances to make a decision whether they can go further, which ways to go, and how to make it perfect. Well, this is I think this the basic meaning for training against the young people. Yeah, that's my mission.
Yeah, exactly. Even for my situation right now, if the restaurant is going really bad, I cannot survive with the restaurant business. If I go back to the IT, I still need the training services. Because I never program, but I think I should be okay to program because I learned computer science. I have the ideas, all this theory, the computer science theories. Like the foundation is there, but I just kind of probably pick up some, the programming languages, some framework. I'm probably good at programmer. I guess if I want to go back to the IT jobs, I guess probably would be easier for me to have be a programmer or back to my old job like network engineer. But network engineer is really shrinking the whole market, so pretty tough for me. But probably need a training one day if my business is bad.
You know what? I would appreciate much to my students because they make me and our team keep learning.
Yeah.
And sometimes
new stuff, a lot of new technology,
yeah.
New stuff. Yeah.
They ask new questions that you cannot answer immediately. So there is a warning in my mind. Oh, you have to continue to learn more things and enhance your skills so that you can give the new knowledge and the good knowledge, the right knowledge to them. So otherwise, no.
Yeah, great. And then after this, I need to check out your social media thing. Social media is, I guess, right now it's still very hot right now. It's still the trend. And in social media, we need to do that. I guess it's adapt, right? It's the reality. We adapt to the reality. So that's amazing. Anything you want to add? Otherwise, we can finish. It's really super long today, almost 3 hours.
I think this is super good now.
Yeah.
So that's.
Anything you want to say? And before we end this.
So I want to thank Mr. Dai Fei to offer me the so great opportunity and chances to talk with him and share the information and talk about each other's experience and ideas. And I hope we could do some better things together in future.
Yeah, we can talk about that. Yeah, we should be fine. And then computer science, and we all learn computer science, and then the same year of gold. That's amazing. I did not know. Like we were born in the same year. So it's amazing.
And I would like to learn from you for running a business.
I have.
And how to communicate with the all kinds of customers. Yeah. Because that is our
you need to sell.
Weak point.
Yeah, we need to sell. We need to sell. We need to,
we need to
talk to people to sell. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Athens. Thank you. Athens or Athens?
Athens.
Always as Athens. Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.